Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In Terraform, there are scenarios when we perform the iterations on the given set of record or the collection of records. We perform the iteration operation with the help of count loop, for loop or for each loop. While performing the iteration, there are also scenarios where you require to filter out the collection. So based on, let's say, given condition, we would like to take a couple of items and skip remaining one. If that's the case, then you can use the conditional loops in Terraform. This is what we are going to discuss today in this particular session. Hi, my name is Rakesh Suryavanshi and you're watching PO Learner. Let's first of all understand a real life example with your Azure infrastructure in which we are going to apply a conditional loop. I have this demo resource group created. In this particular resource group, I have a virtual network which has 3 different subnets, and I have a storage account. Here in this particular storage account, our objective is to configure the network configuration and allow communication only from the selected network subnets. So for example, I would like to allow communication to this particular storage account from the virtual network which we have, and from this virtual network I would like to allow communication only from these 2 subnets. Okay, once I do that, any incoming request which will be coming from these 2 subnets, the storage account would allow the communication. Rest of the request, it will block the communication basically. This is what the setting which we need to configure with the help of Terraform. Just to let you know, this configuration, storage account, resource group and network, we have already configured with our Terraform code. Now we just need to configure this network setting on this storage account. This is the Terraform code which we have used to create that storage account, and now we need to configure the network setting. So if I go to the documentation of Terraform storage account, you can see that we have the network rule configuration block which we can use to configure the firewall settings in Terraform. If you go to the details of that particular documentation, it says that you can create up to 1 network rule configuration for a storage account, and what all those attributes which can be set onto this particular storage account can be found here in this particular description. You can see that these are the list of attributes which we can use to configure the storage account rules and configuration, and this virtual network subnet IDs is the property which we are going to use to configure the firewall settings. Obviously, I would like to parameterize these attributes instead of hard coding it here, and that's the reason I have created a variable called network config. So this is my network config variable. I am providing the rules. Subnet. For this network setting, it requires to have the collection of network IP address. So if I have, let's say, subnet IDs, I could have used that. But in that case, I would require to specify the resource ID of each and every subnet for which I would like to allow the communication. And hard coding the resource ID is not a good idea. So what we are doing here in this case, we are basically defining a virtual network subnet block here in this case, and we are specifying what are the subnet which we need to allow communication to this particular storage account. And we are using these 3 properties, which is resource group name in which this virtual network is created, name of the virtual network, and the subnet name which is part of the same virtual network. So if we have requirement to allow communication from 2 subnets, and these are the 2 subnets which we are going to specify in this particular collection. So you can see that this is a collection which has object with 3 properties. So we have 2 objects in this collection which has these 3 equivalent properties. Now I can use the data attribute block. To read the resource ID from Azure portal using these 3 properties. So I can define a data subnet block which I'm using to read the subnet resource ID from Azure portal, and here I'm performing the for each loop on the network configuration block. So if I iterate each collection, in this collection I won't find the each dot value as in subnet, because the subnet name, VNet name and resource group name are not directly part of this root level configuration. They are part of the child attribute. They are part of the child attribute, which is virtual network subnet. So we need to use it like, and now it should work fine. So if I use this now data attribute, which will be returned. So I think I'm using the data.azure subnets and then start ID, which it does not exist, which I'm passing it the value is an incorrect value, so I need to correct it, and the correct value is going to be, I need to use the value function. So let me use value, so that will extract all the values, and then from those values give me star.id. So that's how we should be getting all the subnet IDs. Let's run again and see if how the plan looks like. So basically values is a function which can extract the values from a key value pair. So if you have a map type of object, and if you want to return or retrieve the values out of that particular map collection, then you can just use the value function to get all the values from that map object. That's what we are doing, because here we have our subnet collection, which is going to be a key value pair because we are running the for each loop. So this for each loop result into a key value pair of subnet. So from that key value pair, I'm just returning all the attributes as a value of that subnet, and then from those values I'm reading one attribute which is of type ID, and that's why I'm using it like this. So let's see if it works. And this is how it is looking like. It's going to set up those two subnets which we have specified or which we are reading it. So this is what the code looks like. We are specifying the subnet IDs and we are taking all the values from this subnet collection and filtering out the ID only. So that's how you read the collection. Now coming back to our original topic or original point of discussion, we would like to filter out this network subnet collection. So it might possible we have more subnet specified here in this particular collection, but we would like to use only some of these subnets. And to do that, let's say we have ignore subnet, ignore item attribute as in true. So let's say in this example I have 3 subnets in this particular collection, and the third subnet has this attribute as a ignore item true, so I want to use this in my collection iteration. So I can do that like if v dot ignore item equals to false, because if it is true then we want to ignore it, if it is false we want to use it. So if I'm going to run now the Terraform plan, it should tell me that it should read only those 2 subnets, but right now it is going to fail. I'll tell you why. Because in this collection not all the attributes has these properties. So when the collection will run on each of the item, it will try to find out this particular property, because in the if condition we have specified this property as a matching parameter. So it will go to this collection item, it won't find this property, it will throw an error, it will go to this property, it will throw an error, it will go to this property, it will find it. Now this is what we are going to expect. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting the error, which is what we have expected. And to avoid this error, I can use the lookup function. So what we are saying here in the values collection, lookup for this property, which is ignore item. If you do not find the lookup ignore item, make it as an true or false, whatever you would like to give it. So default property of the Boolean parameter I'm going to say as in false. So what we are saying here is use the lookup function on the value of this virtual network subnet and find out this particular property, which is ignore item. If the property is available, use the value of that property. If the property is not available, use this default value. So even though in our case, even though this property is not available in these two collection item, it will set the default value of those property, and this should work fine. Let's run this now, and this is how it's going to work. So let's run the plan, run the apply command, and you can see that the output is showing that it's going to use only two subnet and it's going to ignore the third one because we have used the conditional filter criteria in our logic, and based on this condition it's ignoring the item which is marked as ignore equal to true. You can use any property. I just use this property as for our demonstration, but you can use any property and apply the filter condition. If you have multiple filter condition, you can use the AND operator, something like that, and v dot, let's say, subnet name equals to subnet underscore name equals to subnet 1. So that will also work. So you can provide these AND condition as well in the filter criteria. So this is how you use the conditional operator. Let's wait for this to come, or this run to complete. We will verify in our Azure portal. So it's modifying the story account and the modification is completed. Let's verify in the portal. I'll go to the story account, networking, and here you go. So you have got two subnets added as in filter criteria. So now the communication will only accept it from this subnet to this story account. I hope this is helpful to understand how do we use conditions in the collection or the conditional loops with your collection. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe it. Thanks for watching it. See you in the next video.